This is the Great Orme Tramway, and it's Britain's only funicular tramway that actually travels on public roads. Funicular means there are two trams that are connected by a cable, and as one descends it helps pull the other car up. This one opened in 1902, and starting from Victoria Station down in the town, it climbs 1,500 metres through Great Orme Country Park to the summit of Great Orme. Now, clearly one tram can't simply pull another. There are other factors such as payload, friction and of course gravity. So in the middle of the tramway is an engine house which not only tops up the power to move the trams, but it also controls the speed and stops and starts the trams. Originally the extra power came from steam engines, but these were replaced in 1957 with electric motors. The tramway staff on each of the trams are not drivers. They operate a handbrake to ensure safety, and they are the eyes and ears of the engine house. The tramway is split into two and needs 4 trams to run, 2 in each section, above and below the engine house, which counterbalance each other, and each section is controlled by a winchman. And we do need to walk through the engine house, which doubles as a halfway station. It's a short walk and an interesting one at that, and we'll get to see the motors and cable drums, as well as a workshop with a pit where the trams are maintained, inspected and serviced.
On there? If we go now, we get on to the front and get decent seats in here.
I'm only gonna. Workshop. Bit of blue roll. Got a lovely bit of blue roll. There's the gearbox. Your cable drums. How cool is that? There's a workshop. So, a little about the history. The Great Orme Tramways Act was passed in 1898, which laid out the length of the tramway, the gauge and the fares to be paid. The original purpose of the tramway was to transport passengers, goods and parcels. In 1901 the lower section was built and it officially opened the following year. The upper section opening in 1903, and the tramway even carried coffins to the halfway station for burial at St Tudnose. In 1932, however, tragedy struck. After 30 years of carrying over 3.75 million passengers safely, a tramcar on the lower section broke loose from its cable, derailed and crashed into a stone wall. The attendant and a 12-year-old girl were killed and several passengers were injured. The accusation and threat of compensation claims drove the company into liquidation, and it was sold. The tramway reopened to the public with strict new safety measures under new ownership in 1934 and carried on running throughout the Second World War. Over 120 years since it first opened, the tramway is as popular as ever, carrying approximately 190,000 visitors of all ages and nationalities on the mile-long journey up the Great Orme every year. Visitors can still experience the same unique journey as our Victorian predecessors all those years ago.